Hi everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 6, Episode 64 with me, Sid, and last episode we started working... this is laggy. Can I turn you off with... Just trying to check whether I've got anything open that would cause such lag problems. Oh man. Alright, let me just have a look. I'll be back in a second. Okay, that seems to have sorted it. It was the Overwatch replay HUD, which for some reason decided to kick in a while ago, and however, no. Okay, so what happens if I can do it like that? Okay, that is excellent. Anyway, we built this millstone. Actually built the gearbox specifically because I want to continue the drive, the ever-present drive for greatness. No, for moving up the tech tree within the metals, and the next metal we need to move up to, the next tier of metal, is black steel. Now, black steel, as we went over last episode, requires an awful lot of things. You need to make unshaped black steel, which is, oh, good grief, this thing. Well, let me go back to black steel. Black steel is made by working the anvil on high carbon black steel. High carbon black steel is worked by welding weak steel and pig iron. Pig iron we make in the blast furnace, and weak steel we make by cooking basically a steel ingot, a nickel ingot, a black bronze. It's basically to make this. So there's black bronze in there, there's nickel, and there's flux and all sorts of stuff. And of course, black bronze is essentially silver, 2 copper with gold. So, or at least it is if you do it that way. If you do it this way, then it's a little bit more convoluted. It's 50 to 70% of copper and then 10 to 25% of that. So probably, yeah, somewhere in that kind of ballpark. Now, first things first, have I actually found any nickel? Because I'm not 100% certain whether I have or not. Nickel is pretty rare, and I am not seeing any nickel on the waypoints. So that's my first issue, potentially. And we've got silver in several places around this area, so that's all good. We can definitely get our silver on. But before we go and do anything, we probably should go and have a look at our iron mine. Now this one is poor. I thought I had a better one. Yes, they're definitely more dangerous by a long shot, but rich iron. So need to work this area, and I need to work this area very carefully. And I've not got anything that I need to actually work the area, which is a little bit unfortunate. However, we know that this is the place, so all I need to do is get some pit props and mine myself some of that rich iron. As much as I can, really. So that's going to be the first thing. Then it's going to be find some silver. We're going to need to mine some gold, maybe even find some better gold. So this is all going to be about the mining this episode, I think. And yeah. Do I just want to grab a few of these for pit props? I mean, it's as easy, isn't it? Rather than going teleporting all the way back, because you know it's like you teleport, you get caught in the teleport rush hour, you just can't get. That'd be weird if there was such a thing as teleport rush hour. But anyway, yeah. And then we need to find nickel. Nickel is going to be the pay. Nickel's one of those things. I think last season I just found it. It was like bang, there's nickel. I'm like, oh great, nickel. You know, as you do. And then other seasons, like I think it was season 3, I was hunting around for it for an age, and there we go. That's the beastie. Definitely going to need a lot of that. Yeah, I was looking around for it, and then it turned out to be actually under my forge building. Quite a long way down, but you know, still under my forge building. So let's work with what we can for the first instance, and let's see if we can't. I don't know whether I can actually support this building very well. I mean, there's a lot of collapsed stone here. This is going to be one of those things which is just going to be a complete pain, because of the way that the ground has kind of formulated into this natural cave where there's all of this lovely. I don't want to go down there. I'm going to have to go down there, but yeah, this lovely mess. That's all right. I can get down there now. Can't get there though without going through. This is going to be difficult. This is going to be really just unpleasantly difficult. And I don't think there's anything I can do to improve our lot with this. I mean, it is just going to be painful no matter what I do. So short of, you know, using a bit of trickery or taking a certain amount of a chance. Okay, let me get myself working, and I shall be back in a moment. Well, this place is dangerous. I am getting as much in here as I can. Needless to say, I am trying to avoid wrecking too much of the ores. Easier said than done when the entire thing seems to want to collapse at a moment's notice. So yeah, basically the trick goes: mine a bit, collapse a bit, go back in, mine a bit more, collapse a bit more. Now down here there should be a I'm going to say there should be a light source down there somewhere. I'm not seeing any more ore down there to make it worthwhile though, so might not be worthwhile carrying down that route. But every time we mine out a section and collapse a section, in theory we expose more ores and we can come back in and help ourselves to them. So win-win really. This area over here is definitely unstable. I've just been working this area, to be honest. This is where my bulk of my stuff has come from. And so far I've managed to avoid getting brained by falling debris, so that's always a bonus too. My hydration is a little bit on the low side though, so let's have a quick drink. I have got a barrel of water down here now with me as well, so because I've gone through, I think it's about 3 or 4 days actually. I'm expecting, to be honest, I am expecting an invasion notice any time. But how am I going to do that one? Not sure. I mean, I suppose I could do that. That'll get me over there. We just pop in there, drop that out, and then drop these back out again. So yeah, a little bit of creative thinking to work out how to get the most out of this mine, but we're not doing bad. I'm going to continue on for a little while longer, basically until I've got a full inventory, I think. I just need to work out where I want to go next. Probably this way. Yeah, absolutely not safe at all. But that's not. This is fine. It works. And I know where I am, so in the event that I get a collapse that is more deadly than it needs to be, then I can always find my way back. So yeah, and see, it's these ones that I don't like, because that is just waiting to be destroyed by a collapse, and I don't like destroying ore. So any block that falls onto an ore block will automatically destroy it. So not so bad when they're at the top, it's when they're at the bottom. That's where you don't want to be if you can avoid it. But there's lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of ore to go around, so yeah, I'll be back in a bit. Alright, it's sunset. I have got about as much of this as I need. I know there's an invasion happening any time soon. I have actually been trying to mine doing the age-old tradition of with a cat sat on my keyboard. Wow! Get me home. With a cat sat on my keyboard. So not overly constructive, I will be honest, but she's trying to help. She did actually manage to move and stop purring down the microphone before I managed to get her back in, but we need to go and turn all of this iron into iron powder. That is our next job, so let's get 1, 2, 3, and let's see how much we get, because I think one of these on a millstone should produce 7. And the only place where that is better, because the grindstone is 6, the only place where it's better is with the crusher, I believe. So you get basically a full iron per. With a crusher you get 80% of an iron per, and with this you get 7% of an iron per. So yeah, without a doubt, this is the way forward for iron. Now what I probably need to do is bring myself a chest down here so I can put my put the iron that I have to process in, and then I probably tomorrow need to go and do coal, because I'm going to need coal coke to do stone chest, or shall I go with I'll go with a I think I can do a great wood chest. Let's find out. No, you can't. Let me just have a does the great wood chest require traditional? Yeah, I think we need to do it the hard way, which roughly translates to using blocks. So 1, 2, 3, perfect. It's probably just, well, great woods yield a hell of a lot of material. So yeah, first step of the way, and to be honest, that would all make steel anyway, so you know, turning this all over into pig iron is probably not, you know, the most problematic of things to do. Let me just chuck all of those in there. That one is now ready for another stack. We've got that's 6. See, that's 10 ingots of steel already. Actually, it's 11 ingots of steel already. Okay, that's good. Mass production is a good thing. Let's carry on, and I think the next thing, as I say, is probably coal. In fact, I should go and see if I can't get a batch of coal coke going while I'm in the area, because unlike TerraFirmaCraft's stuff, and I think I am kind of up a well-known creek without a paddle here. Yes, I'm out of coal. Okay, that's fine. I need to go and get coal. So that's the job for tomorrow, and I will see you in the morning. All right, over at the coal quarry, and again I will definitely convert all of this to smooth, because it's always nice to have alternative building materials. And I mean, the other way to do it, of course, is I could pop some of them off as well, so that might be worthwhile on getting some of the smooth stone variants. Well, the stone variant, the natural stone variant. So that's probably worthwhile as well. What I really could use is a fortune pick, but I don't think it works on half of this stuff anyway, so yeah, that's a bit of a pain. Oh well, let's continue, and I will be mining. There's actually iron underneath this as well, so you know, there's a lot of good stuff over here, and well, I should probably have done that, shouldn't I? I don't really want the stones. Yeah, we'll continue working over here, and I will get myself all the good things. So be back in a bit. Alright, I've got a fair amount of coal, nowhere near enough to do all the iron I'm processing, but it's a start. That coal quarry is going to prove very handy. However, I really do need to do something about the speed of my pick. I mean, this thing is great and all, don't get me wrong. Obviously, running off of mana is always going to be an effective solution to creating stuff because, well, let's be honest, without mending and without any significant amounts of things, but that's what, that's 6, 12, 8, 6, 12, that's 24, that's 36, that's 48. By the time that one's done, that will be 54 plus 1, 2, 3, be about nearly 60 ingots of iron and or steel, and I've still got all of that to go, plus all of that to go. So yeah, I desperately need something more effective for mining. So there's a couple of options, or there's one main option that I can see. So looking at our options, if we were to go and say, well, let's look at hammers for starters. So if we were to go through hammers for Tinker's Construct, the mining speed of all of these hammers, with the exception of night slime, pig iron actually, so basically all of the really crappy ones have no speed, and you need to be getting into the higher tier stuff to have any kind of speed, which is, you know, in itself interesting, because I've not found any redstone yet. And steel hammer, for example, is there. Now if I want to have a look at a steel hammerhead, I need to make molten steel. To make molten steel, I need to melt steel ingots in there on a 1-to-1 basis. A steel hammer has a speed of 2.8. A cobalt has 4.8. Now if we were to go and just have a look at picks, if I could spell, a cobalt pickaxe has a mining speed of 12. So here is a question: would I be better off making myself, I mean, I've got an obsidian pickaxe with a speed of 3, and that was after putting a whole load of redstone on it. Stupid question. Is this something where if I've got enough cobalt, which I need 2 ingots and a clay cast, can I make a cobalt pickhead for it, and will it be fast enough? I don't know the answer, by the way. I'm kind of postulating out loud here. So I know I've not got any cobalt, but I do have cobalt on the map. I mean, there's some there, there's a question mark there, there's a question mark there. The issue I have here is I have no idea at what rocks these spawn in. I'm going to assume, I mean, the one thing we've got in common over here is this is all marble, so that kind of bodes well for us. So would I be better off to try and get enough cobalt to make a cobalt pickaxe head, and take you know, take some direction from that? I'm kind of inclined. Nope. these will do as fuel, so we might as well take them. I'm inclined to give that a try because mining is actually getting quite painful with this pick. And yes, I would have to mend it and create a sharpening kit or mending kits and things, but you know, it's not an invasion. That was relatively straightforward. I've got my pro pick, haven't I? Yes, there we go. Let's go and see if we can't find ourselves some cobalt. Take a horse. I mean, I could. Have I got a saddle? Because you haven't got a saddle, have you? No. What did I do with my saddle? What did I do with my horse? Boink. I mean, it's possible I brought it back. But then again, it's possible I haven't. So somewhere out in the world I've left my horse. Okay. You're not out here, are you? Trying to think of the last place I'd seen it, and of course the last place I had seen it was out here. Right, where am I? Get me map up. I am currently here, and I need some cobalt. There's some cobalt on the map there. Where am I in relation to home? Not too bad. Do I really want to use this? I've got waystones. Yeah, let's go for it. Oh. 7 days to die influencing me there. I hit shift to go faster. Okay, I will see you at the Kobe Bolt. This horse is very slow, but at least it's not me doing the walking, so yeah, there's always a bonus. See you in a moment. Alright, I've gone over. I've very quickly found a, in quotes, a very large sample of schist cobalt. So that means it's very close by. I do need my chisel. I need to get my hammer in my offhand, and we need to basically dig down and try and locate where this cobalt is. Okay, what's your... It's poor. Do I really care? I mean, you know, rich would have been nicer. But, look, you know, it's there. That will make 1 nugget. So I need 8 ingots for a thing. You know what? Let's just go for it. Let's try and find the rest of this cobalt. It's got to be around here somewhere, because I've already found it. So and I know where the block that I found it was, so that shouldn't be too difficult. Can't be that far away. There's a bit more. There's a bit more. Hang on. Oh yeah, yeah. We have landed. It's going to take us a while, but I think we've hit what I wanted. Or at least made a good step in the right direction anyway. Right, I'm going to try and grab as much of this as I can, and I'll be back in a bit. Okay, had a change of heart. I have got, I believe, enough to make me several ingots worth. So what I need to do is I need to make myself a clay, not that, I need to make myself a pickaxe, a clay pickaxe mold, which we make by putting clay, and we use 2 balls of clay and then pour them over the part. I'm not worried about, I mean, yeah, once we get a bit further on, I will start making more proper permanent molds, but right now I am quite happy to make a do you need 2 of those perhaps? Would that have worked like that? No, it still wouldn't have anyway. So we're going to chuck 2 clay in, we're going to pop you out, stick you back in there. I've got a hammerhead mold anyway, so I should be able to make a cobalt mold, but what I need there is, well, we'll do 14 I suppose, and then we'll cast that head. If I can swap it out for the obsidian one, well, so much the better, but I'm not sure whether I can in this one or not. And yeah, that should give us that. We can chuck the 40, well, what? Napalm. Bloomery. For a raw cobalt bloom. No. That does not. Oh, this is annoying. Just let me do things with the stuff I've got. It's so infuriating. To the level that I'm actually contemplating changing that, because this smeltery took an awful lot of effort to make. Lava took an awful lot of effort to come up with a system of building it. So I'm going to go and have a look at the config files. I'll be back in a second. Alright, so in theory, I have upped. No, you are supposed temperature 900. That is not right. Oh, that is supposed to be 5700. Right, I need to go back to the config files. I am not happy. I don't want to have to go to make, I mean, if you look at this one, right, to use napalm. Napalm is from immersive engineering. It's in immersive petroleum. You have to use aluminium dust with gasoline. You know, just to make a bloody pick. All right, we'll be back in a second. All right, I couldn't raise the temperature of the fuel. Oh, it has just updated. Okay, that's fine. Right, so now the fuel is very hot. To be fair, I'm going to guess that lava would actually be... In fact, I'm very tempted while that is doing it. Let me just temperature of molten lava. Yeah, 1300 to 200 to 2200 Fahrenheit. So 7 to 1200. Now, all right, not 5700, but you know, it's molten stone, man. It's, oh, hello. That did not go to plan. Let me, so yeah, I'm happy with tweaking this to make this forge work better for us. you know, I have done 60 odd episodes with the forge not working at anywhere near optimum, so take a couple more, take some more of them, go have a few more, my little forge. Enjoy, eat like you mean it. Now, yeah, you know, there will be potentially the Puritans out there who say that, you know, you shouldn't change the intention. There are elements of this pack that I disagree with on the intentions, and I'm not going to go rattling on for ages about that because you all know this. I've mentioned it before. And if the elements start to get in the way of the enjoyment of the pack, then as far as I'm concerned, it is time. Now that's got a speed of 14.3. Okay. It's got a durability. It's not a brilliant durability, but you know, that's fine. I can always mine more cobalt. Now let me just have a look at, do we have repair kits? No, so I presume I just need to repair you with more cobalt. I am going to chuck in the rest of this. I've got a mine for cobalt now. We can expand it. It's fine. Now the question is, how do you work in reality? Are you any good? Do you work on the ores? Do you indeed fail to... Oh, let me check, there are some more in. Do you fail on so many levels to do anything? You know, it's an interesting one. Now the other one I wanted to have a look at is mending moss. Right, we've got a ball of moss. How do you get mending moss? Have they disabled that? I despair sometimes at what people think adds balance to a game. Anyway, that's not that's not what I'm here for. Let us have a drink, go to sleep, and let's go and try this out over in the iron mine, I think. Well, maybe, yeah, we'll just go for the iron mine, that's fine. The iron mine has a water barrel in there, so it kind of works. But we can go and try out this pick, and if I need to keep repairing it, I will do. I am contemplating repairing it, but re-adding the mending moss again, though. Because, again, I'm not sure that disabling that was the best thing to do. And in. Right. Oh, hang on. Let me just retop you off. Grab you. Right, I need to go, and that is definitely faster than this. Probably double the speed, I'd guess. If I don't think you took any damage there either. Which... Oh, you took a little there. Oh, you've got the wood, haven't you? Of course. Sorry, I mean, it's not got wood, it's got the wood. Let me just... But that actually makes mining bearable. So I may actually go that route. Okay. I mean, slight direction change for the series, but you know, re-enabling the ability to use the forge to do, well, iron, steel, everything, I think will be beneficial to the play style that we can continue on with this. So yeah, let me check how long I've been recording. I'll be back in a second. Alright, we've been going about 40 minutes there. I had hoped to have been a little bit further forward with this, but you know, I'm not too disappointed. We still haven't got any nickel, and we still haven't got a silver mine. But let's just take a stroll over here and just see if we can't rectify that second one quickly. Let's have a look at silver ore for starters. So silver ore, hang on, we're in marble, granite, diorite, gabbro, shale, claystone, rock salt, limestone, conglomerate, dolomite, chert, chalk, rhyolite, basalt, andesite, dacite, quartzite, slate, phyllite, schist, marble. So it does exist in the top layer. That's certainly useful. So now what we need to do is try and locate this silver, which could be easier said than done, but see, where is the... I'm not finding any trace. Large sample of zircon, that's not going to help me. So it looks to me that the silver, that's zircon, that's silver, silver still over here. Don't want... This is going to be a pain, I can feel. A medium sample, so we're moving away from that. Well, there's only one option, and that is to go down and see if we can't find some. I've got plenty of ladders. We'll head down. I'll be back in a second. Alright, that was not a good experience. I think we're going to struggle because of that large zircon marble in the area, so I may just grab the individual nuggets from the top there and go and try another source, because we've got plenty of options in the area. So silver next episode then, I suppose. We've got a significant amount of iron to smelt, and I've now got a cobalt pick which is repairing itself. I think I am going to turn back on the mending moss, just because if we have a look at the moss itself we can get from any of these, so that's not a problem. And we can also get it from lichen and Spanish. We can get it from quite a lot of sources. And mending moss, I'm trying to remember how you made it, so it might not even be something we can make in the immediate short term, but you know, let's just go with a large amount of iron, as being, you know, this, I mean, these are now filling up, so we're probably at the point where we've still got stuff to grind, but we'll let that finish and then just, you know, work on this stuff, because that's a lot of iron to process. And yeah, until next time, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.